In today's video, I'm going to be going over 20 things you didn't know about 99 Nights in a Forest. Now, as enjoyable as this game is, it has some secret dark lore that maybe you didn't even notice that you're actually participating in just by playing it. Now, before we jump into the video, if you want to see more of 99 Nights in a Forest, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe. And any theories or lore that you have down below in the comments, let me know. I'll be reading all the comments. Starting out with number one is that 99 Nights could be possibly inspired by the Goat Man legend. Now, if you've never heard of the Goat Man myth, it's quite creepy because the Goat Man can actually shapeshift and sort of imitates humans and preys on, like, let's say, the vulnerable. Now, that could also be the case of why there's so many cult. There's also children also taken. I mean, this gets very dark in 99 Nights, and the deer-like creature does look like Goat Man. So I highly suggest looking it up if you've never seen it, but it could be inspired by it. Number two, you're not just surviving in this, you're actually searching for something. So 99 Nights is a lot of fun to play and you progress through the nights. But however, you're not simply lost. There's notes everywhere, there's clues, implying that you're actually looking for someone or something, which is the missing kids. So are you a detective or are you one of the parents looking for the kids? I'd be curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Number three, the cultists actually worship the deer. Now, at first when I played it, the cultists were coming out and of course they were just like attacking you like you have your antagonist sort of at night. But however, there are cutscenes where the cultists are actually worshiping the deer. Now, this is very, very creepy and scary, and there's a lot of things with the cultists all around the map, like their rituals, and it could be that even their rituals are actually the ones that are actually just keeping them alive and making them stronger. So who knows why the cultists are actually worshiping the deer. Number four, the deer gets hungry and angry. Now, this will be quite challenging if you're doing it solo, and it may be that you don't get to this point, but there is a point where the deer gets hungry and his eyes turn red and he's just more aggressive coming after you. So it's very, very creepy to experience, especially with the growls and such things like that. So let me know if you did not know that the deer gets hungry and angry. Number five, the deer could possibly be a hybrid creature. So this is not just a deer walking on its legs, but however, there are clues all around the map that sort of point to the direction of this is possibly an experiment. I mean, we've seen things by the cultists in the strongholds, like you see these actual like tables where you have the clamps down. So maybe this is some sort of hybrid between a human and a deer, and this mutation is definitely, you can just tell it's more like animal and human-like, even based on the ending. So very, very creepy. Number six, now this one I hope is not the case, but it could be that the children are the ones turning into the cultists. Now imagine the children are the ones that the deer took and then eventually turned them into the cultists. So is it possible that the four children that were missing, if we never saved them, would they also become cultists? What do you think? Number seven, maybe the kids were being experimented on. I mean, think about it. They have all the experimentation things all around the map. Each child was like pretty much captured inside of those rooms with like the plaything. So that makes me think that something would have been going on either with tests and animals. I mean, think about the deer. So who knows what kind of test could have been happening and how it's tied to the deer's creation. I mean, who's behind all of it? Number eight, the cultists are possibly ancient natives. Now, maybe they were actually here before the deer, or maybe they're the one that actually made the deer. Now, why do we think that they're actually ancient is because look at their weapons. They have the Morning Star, so like maces, crossbows, the mask. I mean, it all sort of indicates some type of tribal thing, and it's also possibly tied to the Wendigo myths. Now, if you ever look into Wendigo, you'll see a lot of resemblance between the two. So between like the Goat Man and also Wendigo, I mean, this pretty much is 99 Nights in the Forest. Number 9, this one gets very, very dark, is there's actually a plane crash survival story to this. Now, there are some points in the map where you will see something like 2 plane crashes. At least that's what I've seen too. One, the plane is crashed and the other one is like a wreckage site. You'll see it's also on fire too. So maybe the kids were actually survivors from the plane crash, which this is going to tie into a true story, which they even said in the beginning that this might be based on a true story. And that ties me into number 10. This might be based on an actual true story. Now, what story could this possibly be? Well, the story could be is the story of the children that actually survived 40 days in the Amazon after a plane crash, which I'll get into more details, but that was an actual real life case. Number 11, the Colombian survivor case could be possibly in direct parallel to 99 Nights in the Forest. So this is where it gets maybe based on a true story. So in 2023, there was actually children that survived a plane crash in the jungle. Now, this is quite eerie and similar to the kids in 99 Nights. Now, there were actually 4 kids, one aged 13, one aged 9, one aged 4, and one aged 11 months, so just under 1 year old. And they managed to survive this plane crash again in the jungle. So that's very creepy because there's also 4 children in 99 Nights and 4 children based off of this story. Number 12, the forest park was already unsafe. So even at spawn, you'll literally see everything being locked up, boarded up. It even tells you exactly what's going on at the start too. So again, that makes me think that maybe you're a detective or you're looking for something. I'd be curious to know what you think. But again, the gates are locked up and it seems that there's actually danger and it looks abandoned even before we even arrive inside of it. Number 13, I believe this was actually inspired by Wendigo. I mean, when you think about the cultists, the deer, if you really look into it, it could be based off of this Wendigo legend. Number 14, the flashlights can actually stun the deer. Now, this is something that you need to know in 99 Nights, that the flashlights isn't just for nighttime, but if the deer is chasing you, use the flashlights, it'll stun the deer, and eventually the deer will run away. Number 15, the deer could be a mother or a teacher. Now, this ties back into when we talked about the experiments and also talking about the deer becoming the deer and how it's so human-like. So what if it's the mother? Are the children the actual children? Because in the end of 99 Nights, if you survive 100 days, the ending kind of like relates to like the deer has some type of connection, and maybe the deer is actually keeping the children safe, or a teacher that's actually the caretaker of the children. So who knows, but the deer definitely has feelings, and I mean the children, I don't think the deer is just pure evil. Number 16, did you know that the creators of 99 Nights in the Forest were actually the same developers that created Break-In Story? Now, Break-In Story is by far one of the best games on Roblox, especially story-wise, but the developers behind Break-In actually are the ones that I believe created 99 Nights in the Forest. Now, you will also know this, maybe they had more, but you'll know the similarities with like the sound, the stories, like certain sound effects are the same in Break-In. Number 17, the cultists are possibly cannibals. Now that's scary to even think about, but they do come after you at night. There's also a lot of sacrifices and rituals around the map, like you can see with the wolves, like that's what they're doing, they're sacrificing the wolves. You even see a scene where the deer is like dragging a wolf in a cutscene. So they're definitely doing a lot of sacrifices. So maybe they also feed on the humans, making them even a threat without the deer. Number 18, the secret badge. So how do you actually unlock the secret badge, which is actually hidden? It's an Easter egg, and all you have to do is pretty much die in a bear trap. That's all you have to do is create a bear trap and die in it, and you will unlock this secret badge in 99 nights. Number 19, the animals are tamed and they protect the kids. So throughout the 99 nights, you'll have the areas where you need to save the missing children, and every missing child is at a gate with a lock, and it looks like the animals are tamed. Now, are they tamed by the deer? Are they tamed by the cultists? But it looks like they're protecting the children, and you can tell they're tamed because they have collars. So you have the red key with the red collar, like the wolves. You also have bears with the gold collar, and also the other wolves with the blue collar. So very interesting here that they're actually tamed. And number 20, and I'm also gonna be giving you some bonus ones too for sticking around, is number 20 is the deer actually good? Now, based on the ending, that makes me think that the deer is possibly protecting the children, but why, right? I mean, there's definitely a backstory to it, but what is going on here? Are the children, is the deer protecting the children from us? Are the deer protecting the children, I don't think, from the cultists? But why is the deer, why did the deer just do something to the children? I mean, so I think the deer is actually good and is just protecting the children from us. And a secret one we have 21 is, at times if you're around, let's say a stronghold or where the cultists sort of hang out, you'll actually hear these whispers and chanting sounds in a building, like someone is doing some type of ritual. So there are some secret sounds that you will hear across the map. Just be on the listen for it. And of course, I can't forget this one. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe as well. And any more secrets that you may know or theories that you know, comment down below, or anything lore-wise that you want me to look into, let me know down below in the comments. But I really hope you all enjoyed, and I wish you the best rest of your day.